Hello readers and welcome to Creative Wednesday. This week, because my husband is really busy and is not going to be able to take the second part of video for the horse project, I decided to take you kind of behind the scenes on how I make my covers and how I do my promo images for my books. So the cover that you see me working on is for Operation Romance. And in this particular part, I'm resizing it and cropping it to what I actually need. This cover is going to be a matching style to Katie's Chance for Romance. So it'll have the one image on the bottom and an image on the top. And then using the gradient tool, I will add readers, my mind went blank. A divider between the two images. One of the things I like about doing my own covers is it does allow for me to be creative in ways outside of just writing. And it's fun to kind of play with the photos, play with different fonts, and find things that express the book that I'm working on, as well as just being something that's fun and visually appealing. Because as much as we say don't judge a book by its cover, we all do. And as you're watching, you'll see me make a couple mistakes because I'm human and I'm not perfect, so I have to redo things, and that's just part of the creative experience, is trying things, trying again, and trying to do things in a better way. The sign I just put on is the Welcome to Romance banner. Operation Romance is in the same location as Katie's Chance for Romance. This is in Romance, Oregon, and so that is why the banner is being added to the book. Earlier I added some kind of sparkly hearts. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. To give it that Valentine's Day appeal. We'll add the title in. I really like playing with different fonts, and I wanted this one to have kind of that top secret military operation look to it, since my characters Stacy and Johnny are working together to try to help set up Gladys Rosenthal. You might remember her from Katie's Chance, and she is back, and it's her turn to get a happy ending. And I know some of you might be thinking, what? She was the bad guy. Well, not exactly. And I think if you read this story, you'll find that she was just a very lonely and disappointed woman trying to find some happiness. So hopefully, if you'll read this one, you'll discover that yes, even the bad guy sometimes gets a happy ending. I apologize for the little baby snuffles. My little guy has a cold right now, so he doesn't want to stay in the other room with his brother and sister while I'm working. So he gets to sit with me. But at this point in the movie, the cover is almost finished. It's got the title and my name, and it's got a little tagline to catch people's interest. And so now we save it, and it'll be time to make a promo image. And while I'm doing the promotional image, I will read you a short part of Operation Romance. So enjoy. Boy, am I glad football season is over. Coach really worked us this year. Don't think he's done yet, one of the others groaned. We've got winter weights now, and if we're not up to par, you know what happens next. Scholarship lecture, the team said as one. What he needs is a wife. Coach Lawrence is never so demanding, Johnny said. But Coach Winston? Hey, He didn't become the winningest coach in Oregon by making things easy, someone else pointed out. Winningest at everything but romance, another guffawed. Dude, how can you live in romance and be bad at it? How many breakups have you had this year? Guys, focus, Johnny retorted. Stacy's mom is single, and she's not bad looking for someone her age. Coach would probably love her. Stacy's heart quickened. Could she have found an ally for her plot? While she had just started in earnest after New Year, and it had only been a couple weeks, her own attempts to match her mother with Coach Winston had failed. But maybe with help she could get her mom to see what a great guy he really was. She took a micro step closer. One of the team members snorted. Stacy's mom has got it going on. What good feelings she may have harbored toward the team fled, and she marched to the table. She hated that song, and couldn't believe the player knew it, since the song certainly didn't fit with the rap blasting from his car every day. My mom hasn't got anything going on, Brady. Several jumped, and one spilled milk down his front. Dude, football players only, he said angrily. As you can see, I'm not sitting at your sacred table, Stacy retorted. But if you're going to talk about my mom, I'm going to include myself in the conversation. She's gone through enough without you bunch of losers making things harder for her. Losers? We never lose. She started to turn away when she heard a chair knock to the floor, and Johnny suddenly had a firm but gentle hold on her arm. Wait a minute, Rosenthal. Rosenthal? Stacy repeated, turning to him in disbelief as she pulled her arm from his grip. I'm not one of your teammates. I've got a first name. Stacy. Sorry, he said. Look, we're not making fun of your mom, I promise. Not what it sounded like to me, she replied, crossing her arms over her chest. She had to crane her neck to look Johnny in the eyes. Why couldn't she have grown even 1 more inch in middle school? Trying to stretch her 5'0" frame to look intimidating to a 6'+ football player wasn't easy. Why don't you have a seat? I have a feeling we can help each other, Johnny added. Not a football player, a player whispered. What makes you think I need help? Stacy asked, ignoring the comment and refusing the offered chair. Several of the team members snickered, which Johnny silenced with a glare. Stacy wished she had that kind of influence on people. He turned back to her. Look, you want your mom to be happy, right? Of course. And we want Coach to back off a little. They're both single. Valentine's Day is approaching, and with all the hoopla the town will make over it, we should be able to fix them up easy. Your mom gets the nicest guy in town, and Coach gets someone who will distract him just enough to not work us like we're all going out for the NFL. It's a win-win situation. Stacy narrowed her gaze, trying to determine if Johnny was serious or not. Hard to concentrate when his chocolate brown eyes pleaded with her to go along with whatever he said. You're forgetting something. Coach has been single his whole life, and my mom just finalized an unpleasant divorce. Just how do you think Mr. Shy and Innocent is going to win over a jaded divorcee like my mom? Johnny grinned, the left side of his mouth quirking higher than the right. Had the temperature in the cafeteria suddenly spiked? Stacy felt like she was on fire as he said smoothly, Sean Winston is the winningest coach in Oregon. With our help, we can give him the best win of his life. Think we can do it, Rosenthal? Stacy, she corrected, and you've got yourself a deal. But it's going to take longer than just to Valentine's Day. Wanna bet? Johnny asked with a flirtatious smirk. Just what did you have in mind? Johnny's grin widened, and Stacy could have sworn everyone in the cafeteria could hear the thunderous staccato of her heartbeat. We get them together by Valentine's Day, and you go with me to prom. Her mouth went dry. She forced herself to ask, and if you lose this bet? The football team lets the cheerleaders dress us up. Makeup, glitter, outfits, whole shebang for the spring assembly.